Do 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 do. Da da do 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 do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. 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 Do 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 da 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 da. Live chat reminder. Live chat reminder. 50 seconds. Do 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 da 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 da. Qapla, everyone. Welcome to Bed Life for Monday, President's Day, February 17th, 2020. And let me just get a verification, if you don't mind, that you can hear me, because I did have to adjust my microphone settings. Is the volume okay? And I'd appreciate honesty. Was there no music? Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch, I had the music shut off the entire time. So you were just hearing me sing along to the music, and you weren't hearing the actual music. Well, whatever. Actually, we're going to need to keep that off, because there's going to be quite a bit of singing, perhaps, to this stream. We'll see. It depends who's here. John Araki, if or when you get here, my deepest apologies, sir. I didn't realize until early this morning that I had missed several donations you made on Valentine's Day for some requests, and I just didn't know. I wish you had posted in the chat that you had made the donations via PayPal. I didn't know to look. I didn't get a notification via my email program, Outlook, which is spotty about giving a notification. So I didn't notice it until today. And I feel terrible that I missed your requests for Valentine's Day. Though, if I recall, I was pretty tired anyway Friday. So maybe you just were being nice and figured it could wait till today or this Friday, whatever's good with you, man. But I will be ready. Anyway, everyone else who's here, welcome all. Hector was way early. Says, as Frank said, come out wherever you are. I know you're not very far. I don't think that was a Frank Sinatra quote. Cinnabon Bunny says hello. Hector says hi. Hector says bonus points if the Beagle channel is included in the tail or the HMS Beagle. To which I said, well, it is now. It will be now. 40, and to what he refers to is last week in one of the Dear Bops, I was asked what was a true story of the very first Beagle, and at the time I was tired and it was just too long of a story to tell, but as I promised I would tell the story today, and I will, and that's why there is the Beagle puppy on the thumbnail today. So, yes, be prepared for that story. And apparently I will be getting bonus points. 47 Yorktown says, puppy indeed. Actor says, that's like the photo DJ Odyssey likes to put in that both are from some years ago. Well, that is actually not a photo of Sassy. That was just a transparent photo of a Beagle I found online Not that I have Sassy. I'd love to have a good picture of Sassy, but it would probably take me an hour to make such a clean background that it's transparent. So I don't have that type of picture for Sassy to put up. The Beagle pictures in today's presentation or video are stock footage from the internet. Thomas Potts says hi. 47 Yorktown says hello, young sir. Welcome, 47 Yorktown. Mike Richards says greetings from Columbus, Ohio. And chat. Andreas T says all hail Bop. Hail, Andreas. Thomas Potts says I seem to be picking up a horrible radio station. Well, yeah, if you didn't hear the background music, which you did not, I can understand. Of course, Trek Yards goes live. It was funny, me and Foley acknowledging on Sci-Fi Nation stream that we both seemed to stream at the same time. And I, thinking I had started my DS9 reviews before he started their TNG reviews, and he thought that I started my DS9 reviews because they did their TNG reviews. And when I look back, he was right. He started, Trek Yards did the TNG reviews one day before I started the DS9 reviews, and they were completely unrelated. I had no idea they were doing TNG reviews. In fact, for a long time, I thought that Trek Yards thought it was just a good idea. I was actually honored. I figured that, hey, if Trek Yards is liking my ideas, I must be doing something right. But it turns out he was first. I just missed it. Andreas T says, where's the music? Well, it was a little late, Andreas. The music has already ended by the time I saw that comment. John Araki says, Qapla, and you are here, John Araki. John Araki, my deepest apologies. I completely missed your requests on Friday. If you are willing, sir, I have them queued up, and we will get to them today. If you're okay with that, John Araki. If you prefer them this Friday or whenever, you let me know in the chat. I mean, I'm not about to start with the songs, but they are queued up, and I am planning to do them. I can do them today if you're ready. Or if you're not in the mood for those particular songs because they were Valentine's Day and you want something else, you let me know. Total apologies. Actress is still a red shirt and still alive. That's wrong. Well, truth be told, I only put the red shirt on a couple hours ago, as I often do. I only put it on just before I stream. And it's a different red shirt. This one does not have a Starfleet logo. 47 Yorktown says yes. I think he means that the sound is well. Carlo says, hi, I hope you are well. Carlo, I am doing okay now. I did have to take a nap, a midday nap, because I was up at 3:45 a.m. DJ Odyssey was streaming. I went on DJ stream. Actually, I didn't go on the stream because Mama probably was asleep, but I was active in his chat. And then, who streamed? Peter Quinn. Peter Quinn streamed. I was there for that. And then Rambling Canuck streamed. And then by that time, Mama Prey had woken up. So I was actually in his chat. But yes, we had a very long morning of chats going. Tubian says, Bird of Prey, good afternoon. And Qapla, Tubian. Actor says, come on, this humming is better than his singing pots. Well, that's probably true. Not Ryan John says, I thought the humming was Bird's laptop fan dying. Life with Matthew says, Qapla, Bird of Prey and all. Qapla, Life with Matthew. John Araki says, no worries, Bird, take your time. Well, if you're okay with it, John Araki, I will do it this stream unless you don't want me to. Because I might as well, don't want to let them, wait if I don't have to. Dan23 says this video is buffering and I cannot see it. Well, refresh, Dan. Hopefully that fixes it. I'm not having any issues on either my local computer or my tablet. It's always could be a YouTube issue. Sci-Fi Nation says, greetings, Birdo Prey, Mamo Prey, Sassio Prey, and Felnotes, and greetings, Sci-Fi Nation. And again, a happy birthday. Yesterday was Sci-Fi Nation's birthday. So a very happy birthday to him. I was on his stream for that. We wished him. We all sang happy birthday, though I apparently was the only one to sing it out loud. Dan23 says, okay, I can see it now. What's this live about? Well, it's a bed life. So we're going to do some chats. But I promised last week I was going to tell the true history of the first Beagle. So that's why we have the Beagle on the thumbnail. There are several songs that I'm going to sing with my own, Bird of Prey 5 interpretation for all of you guys. There was actually a bed life song that I created myself to the tune of That's Life that I might go ahead and sing without the background music. Sassy sounds like she'd be in for that. And yeah, and we'll see. Oh, and Dear Bops. Of course, we'll do our Dear Bops. The first Beagle is actually going to be the first Dear Bop. So that's where we are. And Joseph Patrick with a €2 super chat says he's cutting in line, saying hi to all of you. Thank you, Joseph Patrick. And yes, you did cut in line. But that's absolutely fine. Yes, live chat, guys. Do remember to switch to live chat if you haven't already. Thomas Bott says transparent Beagle. Yes. Anti-Trigger says, is Bird of Prey talking about the first Beagle Bite experience? Sassy's on camera? She was on camera. Yeah, Sassy walked around the bed. No, this is not a Beagle Bite experience. Anti-Tracker. Actresses track yards with their 10th Picard video of the week. Probably. Good for them. Number 1 Sci-Fi says, Bird of Prey, tell Mama Prey that I love you more and more and more. She's heard. She says thank you. She loves everyone. Live with Matthew says, Bird of Prey, does Sassy have a Twitter? She does not. She does not. I don't even have time to keep up on my own Twitter. Dan23 says, actor is something new, then you should cover it more different aspects to talk about. Yeah, that's fine. Aberjam says, McClunky. Mike Richards says, Transparent Beagle is the new MCU movie. If they're going to have to pay. They're going to have to pay if they want that right. Actor says, oh, I thought you had put the shirt backwards. No, I did not put the shirt on backwards. See, there's a logo somewhere over here. I don't know, what the hell is this? Polo Sport. Because obviously this is what I'd wear if I was playing polo, I suppose. Actor says, no, I didn't put backwards. Ron Greenman says, did you use Star Trek 2009 as a sleep aid for this nap this afternoon? I did not. I did not. Zabe Denton says Jolan True and Jaloja Jolan True. Zabe, although we try to keep it Klingon here, so Qapla. But we'll give you Zolan True. Thomas Potts says, is this going to be a sad story? No, Thomas. It's actually a very interesting story because it takes place not only in the distant past, but also the distant future. It's possibly one of the most complex stories I've ever had to tell you. Although it's not as long as I thought it was. Actor says the first Beagle is probably dead, so sad. Well, spoilers, actor, spoilers. Anti-Trigger says, I will sing with my Bird of Prey interpretation. I don't think you are quite sure the definition of interpretation is. Shouldn't you be working, Anti-Tracker? Number 1 Sci-Fi says, Anti-Tracker, have all the players' names for Q's on first. Sci-Fi Nation says, Bird of Prey, I'm going to be on Orville Nation at 7 p.m. Eastern, talking about Lost in Space, Season 2, Episode 1. If you're still streaming, I will watch the rest of your stream from there, where I had to leave it. Well, very cool, Sci-Fi Nation. 7 p.m., we will probably still be streaming, but I will try to head over to that stream once I'm done streaming. I did enjoy Lost in Space, both Seasons 1 and 2. On Netflix, I think everybody should check it out. Actresses, water polo or polo with horses. I thought horses were involved in both. Aberjam says, Bird of Prey, I know there's a good chance you can't use it, but the propaganda version of Bed Life is now in your Discord. Oh, thank you so much, Aberjam. Yeah, I can't use it right now. What I'll do is, after this stream, I will upload it to Bird of Prey 5X and see if it gets a copyright match, like the first one did. Because I don't want to risk this entire stream on it. But I will fight the copyright match if it gets it, but thank you so much, Aberjam. I greatly appreciate it. Anti-Trigger says, number one sci-fi, nice. Zenton says, I've been watching the TNG Blu-ray episodes with commentaries, lots of interesting trivia from Ronald D. Moore, Mike Okuda, and the writers and directors. Well, it's very cool. You know, I never watch DVDs or Blu-rays with the commentary. I just can't take it. But I should. And Aberjam with a €2 super chat. 10K to the first one to bust me out of a Karogan jail. Well, 10K what? 10K, oh, not euros, excuse me. 10K pound sterling? Because I'll just bust you out right now. It's a fake. I still don't know why the audio stopped working on Streamlab animations. There's nothing I can do to fix it. Aberjam says, but thank you, Aberjam. Not necessary. Darth Sweeney says, I hope life on Planet Bird is good, and greetings, Darth Sweeney. Life is good enough, you know. I don't know that I could objectively say it's good compared to the way things used to be, but for our new normal, it's good enough. Zabe Denton says, for example, RDM had no intention of creating Klingon culture. It just sort of happened as he was trying to give Worf character development. It just sort of happened. Actor says, no, horsies are not very good at playing inside a pool bird. Well, I thought it was a big pool. Joseph says, water polo with horses, Olympic discipline. Thomas Bott says, so you forced Aberjam UK to rewrite a song again. I didn't force him. He chose to do it. Mike Richards says, water polo with horses has been banned by PETA. Well, PETA's always, Peter's always banning all the good stuff. Aberjam says he did, Thomas. Now, that's a lie. Zabe says, I know what you mean about commentaries. RDM likes to talk about himself, and I rarely comment on scenes being shown. Zabe, just a heads up. I see you keep at Zabe Denton in yourself. If you want to get my attention, especially once the stream gets busier, you got to do at BertoPrey5 if you want me to read the comment. Doing at your own username highlights it for you, but it doesn't highlight it for me. I assume it highlights it for you. So do at BertoPrey5, and that goes for anyone. Once I start going with the Dear Bops, and I'm not reading every comment, at BertoPrey5 in the comment will almost guarantee I read it, unless things get really, really backed up. Dan23 says, water polo was on Star Trek Enterprise. That's right. Sci-Fi News with Aberjam, you're actually in Turdistani prison with pictures of Kroger around you. Absolutely. Thomas says, Aberjam, tell him no next time. Aberjam says he confessed. BertoPrey offered to let me out of my Kroger prison cell. Well, hey, for 10,000 pounds sterling, I would find the Turdistani who had you and split it 5K and 5K. I am sure Anti-Tricker would take that deal. Agnes says, water polo with beagles, that would be a sight. Kennewick says, RDM is overrated, in my opinion. Still cross at the awful Galactica finale. Yeah, some people don't love it. And then Zabe says, laughing with Kennewick. Sci-Fi News says, all hail Kurogrid's dear leader, God Emperor BertoPrey. Cry havoc, and let slip the sassies of war. Indeed. Though there's only one sassy. Zabe says, oops, no problem, Zabe. I just wanted to make sure you knew. I don't know why things like that happen sometimes. Yosef says, you are the best. Yosef says, at Yosef, you are the best. And Kennewick says, Yosef is the best in the EU. Indeed. Okay, so guys, hail Karoga, Carlo. Hail Karoga. Let's do this. Let's go to Dear Bops. Because, frankly, there weren't too many of them. But let's start with the Dear Bops, so I can tell the story of the first Beagle. Then, after Dear Bops, if John Araki is good with it, and I don't know if Wesley Crusher is here yet, but Wesley also had a song request. So if Wesley's here, I will do his song. If not, we can hold off Wesley's song until later or another day, and then we'll do some more chatting or whatever. I mean, they'll be chatting in between, but Aberjam says, no, backtracking, Bird of Prey. You said you would release me from my Krogan cell. Well, I just said Krogan cell because that's what you use. That's the term you're familiar with. Actor says, Carlo was here, Bird of Prey. There wasn't even a Sunday stream. Oh, the Sunday stream. Unfortunately, it would seem that the package had been tossed. I don't believe it exists any longer. Mamo Prey did not want to risk it. So I considered getting a modern can of Spam and just eating from that, but I think no, that would be unethical. That would be something a Turtistani would do. So unfortunately, our old can of Spam simply doesn't exist. Excuses. I'm being honest here, Aberjam. I could have done it, but it's being honest. Okay, so Dear Bop, and we've got a special. Oh shit! What did I press? We've got a special. Oh man, we got a special Dear Bop. Let's see, is this? Nope. Where are we? There we go. We got a special Dear Bop screen for this very first Dear Bop. Carlos says, can we still have shocks on Sunday? We could try, although to be honest, Sunday, I don't know if I will be doing much streaming on Sunday, as we have other people streaming that day. I spent quite some time on the Sci-Fi Nation stream, but we'll see what happens. So, the first Dear Bop was from, and this was a carryover from last time, so it's not up on the screen. But it's Dear Bop, is there a true story about the first Beagle? Signed, Curious, in Columbus, Ohio. And there is, but Mamo Prey is talking in the background, so we will wait a second. I'll read some more comments. John Street says, no notification. Carlos says, please don't, Bird of Prey. Well, if you don't want to do shocks on Sunday, then we don't have to, but you asked. Mike Richards says it was good for Mamo Prey. The dog tail is actually moving. That's why it's blurry. You see the clouds are moving, and the dog tail is moving back and forth. That's why. This is bleeding edge Krogan animation techniques. Okay, we can take a still image of a beagle and turn it into a image where the clouds are moving and the tail is moving. This was a new piece of software recently acquired by me. So yes, we can do more things. Bleeding Edge, Thomas, the latest in computer software. Zabe says Bird of Prey is a witch. No, it's not a GIF. This is not a GIF. This is a JPEG, 1280 by 720 JPEG using Corel software that it was able to turn from a static to a moving image. John Street's Bird of Prey, what is that from Sassy Super Bowl commercial for Alpaca and Bird's Beagle Bites, the new Birdo Bite? I don't know what you're talking about. Mike Richards is impressed. Thank you, Mike Richards. It is magic, Zabe. It is magic. It's actually a pretty cool piece of software. Okay, so the true story about the first Beagle. So here's the deal. Curious in Columbus, Ohio. The first Beagle the story actually begins in the distant future. Okay? Billions, perhaps, years. So far in the future, we don't know how far in the future it was. But in the very distant future, Qapla has successfully conquered all of its enemies. The universe is a virtual paradise. Qapla reigns the entire known universe, multiple galaxies, the entire local cluster of galaxies are all Qapla. We've sent Qapla ships to the farthest reaches of the universe, further than light could travel, but Qapla will be there. And for all we know that every Qapla colony settlement was successful, though it will take longer than the life of the universe to get communication back from them. But nevertheless, the entire universe is controlled by Qapla, and everybody is happy. Everybody is loving life, and then it reigns like this for 1 billion years. There's 1 billion years of peace and love under Qapla. But somebody has noticed early on that every year, even though the love should be getting stronger, the love was getting weaker. Okay? And like, why? Why is the love getting weaker? Nobody could explain it. And it took hundreds of thousands of years. At this point, humans have been merged into a global consciousness, a digital consciousness, so they never actually die. So, like, the smartest person, exists for 1 billion years at a time. And they understood, they saw that, the universe, there was more to the universe than just what we think. Like right now we think of entropy, we think of heat, we think of energy, we think of matter, we think of gravity. There was another fundamental, I don't want to say force, but another fundamental element to the universe. And it actually is love. Yes, love. And love is slowly escaping from the universe. So in 14 billion years, the universe doesn't die a heat death. It doesn't die a cold death. It doesn't die because protons break down and all atoms fall apart. No, the universe dies its first death because there's just not enough love in the universe. It's very sad, but apparently the galactic barrier that surrounds the universe is impenetrable to matter and energy and gravity and everything else we know, the strong and weak fundamental forces. Nothing can get past that barrier, but love can. And so love seeps out slowly, but it's seeping out. So as the galaxy gets older, the universe gets older, the amount of love, which used to be plenty, slowly and slowly and slowly falls off. And in many billions and billions and billions of years from now, further than we can even count, there's not enough love in the galaxy. So before this happens, and the Qapla scientists are able to, they're able to tell, they have billion plus years that they know that we have like 1 billion years to work on this project before there's not enough love to sustain life, right? Because once love is gone, life stops. It just does. Whether it's mechanical or biological, it ceases to exist. So Qapla scientists, how can we create more love in the universe? And it's a very controversial thing because there's basically like there are laws of thermodynamics. We've come across laws of love, and one of them was that love cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be siphoned out slowly by the what we call the extraverse, which is that which is outside the universe. But a brilliant Qapla called William M. I forget his last name, to be honest, but we'll just call him Will. Will decided that we've got to create more love, and so his plan was to devise the cutest, most loving species of animal, and then send it back in time so as to rejuvenate and greatly increase the starting love of the universe. And so Will, although he was great at time travel and, modern super stuff that you do 5 billion, 10 billion years in the future, minor things such as creating new species was so far below him, he didn't understand or know what to do. So what Will did is and this was a technique that Kurogans had perfected several 100 million years in the future, is he beamed a clone of somebody from the past into the future. So the person doesn't leave the timeline, but an exact copy of them gets created in the future. And so what did he do? He figured he needs the person that's the foremost expert on evolution. And so he future beamed. We call it F-beamed in the future. It's trademarked. But it's not trademarked yet, so don't use it. So he F-beamed, what's his face? The guy on the HMS Beagle. The guy who does evolution. The guy who thought up evolution. Darwin. He beamed Darwin. He F-beamed Darwin to the future. And he gave Darwin and Darwin was like, oh my God, what's going on here? I've never seen this. He's like, yeah, I know. This is going to be messed up to you, but you gotta believe what I'm saying, Darwin. He's like, you're inconceivably far in the future. The universe is dying because it doesn't have enough love. You were the one who theorized evolution for the very first time. So we need your help. We need you to evolve the world's cutest, most lovable animal. And he literally gave Darwin all the DNA from all the animals that have ever been and ever existed anywhere in all the universe. And Darwin was like, I don't know what the hell to do with this. And so then he plugged Darwin into their version of the internet, and Darwin became super smart. He's like, I got it. So Darwin spent 20 weeks looking at all the best DNA, picking and prodding like 1 and 2 base pair sequences from billions of animals across the galaxy. And he eventually created the world's first beagles. Now, it was both a male beagle and a female beagle. He couldn't just make one for obvious reasons. So Darwin created the first 2 beagles, and they named them Prince and Princess. And so, but now they had the beagles, but it was still too late. It was too late for the beagles to bring love back because too much love had escaped the universe already. So then what they did was they sent beagles back in time, as far back in time as they could imagine, which was somewhere around the 1500s. And they zapped the beagles to England because they figured that was the best place to send the beagles. And the beagles came and they appeared in 1500s England, and the King of England saw these 2 beautiful, adorable dogs, and he said to his staffers, his guards, he's like, get me those dogs, dead or alive, but alive. So they took the dogs, and he started breeding the dogs. And he found these dogs, besides being adorable and cute, they were also great for chasing rabbits and other small forest creatures. And so the beagle spread across the planet, and the introduction of the beagle back in the 1500s was enough to change the balance of love leaving the universe. And so many billions of years from now, instead of the universe dying from a lack of love, the extra love held in by the beagles actually keeps the minimum love level for the universe well within the safety range, so the universe does not get destroyed by lack of love. Now, unfortunately, the universe will still get destroyed, but it'll be several billion years beyond when it would have been for the lack of love. Now, I could tell you what ultimately destroys the universe, but if I did, unfortunately, you would go mad, so I can't tell you. But that's the story of the first Beagle, created by Charles Darwin himself, who named it after the ship he was on, the HMS Beagle, and hence why they're called Beagles. Created by Charles Darwin himself in the very distant future by Carogan scientists, and then sent back in time to the oldest time they could think of, which was 15th century England, 1500s England, and hence why beagles are so prolific today. And the beagle population will continue to increase. In fact, even in Star Trek Enterprise, you can see beagles have a spot on virtually every starship in early Starfleet history. So the beagles will be the first dog species to go out and proliferate amongst the stars, amongst the other planets. All aliens actually will take to the beagles. You don't see them often, but the Klingons, they have beagles. The Romulans have beagles. The Tellarites have beagles. The Andorians have beagles. Even the mighty Founders are subservient to the beagles that eventually come to their planet, and the Founders will take the form of beagles as part of their ritual of growing old. They all turn into beagles. So there we go. That is the true story of the very first Beagle. We'll now get to the rest of the Dear Bops. Well, let me get to the rest of the chat that happened through all that. Where are we? Zabe says Bird of Prey is a witch. I read that. John Street says Bird of Prey. What is that from Sassy Super Bulk? I read that. Zabe says Bird of Prey. What about Children in Mines? That has nothing to do with the first Beagle. It has nothing to do. JP says hello, Jello. Welcome, JPs. Average says it's easy to talk about love, Bird of Prey, when you're not shackled to the rotting corpse of the Klingon Chancellor. Well, Aberjam, I don't know what they've got you shackled to in Kurdistan, but I'm sorry. Number one Sci-Fi says, sorry I fell asleep during your story of the first Beagle. No problem, number one Sci-Fi. Actor says the guy that does evolution. Well, that is what I said. Live with Mad Bird of Prey, check Discord. I sent you a picture of Sassy with no background. Oh, thank you, Life with Matthew. I will check Discord afterwards, since the picture isn't going to be helpful right this second. Captain Track says Bird of Prey. Greetings, Captain Track. Bird is high on life, says Kennewick. Aberjam says Bird of Prey. Has someone been stripping paint in your home lately? I don't think so. Actor says, but you caused the paradox. When the Beagles fill the world with love, Kurdistan takes over and there's no future Karoga. Well, Actor, it was a risk. It was a calculated risk. We knew that by sending Beagles back through time, we were risking, polluting the timeline. And it's not inevitable that Karoga takes over. But our scientists put the calculations at over 99.998276541% 1% that Karoga still takes over the universe in time. But you're right, it's not a guarantee. Kennewick says, how did we get the bagel? Well, that was easy. Somebody wanted a roll, and then somebody's like, well, we don't have enough dough to make a roll, but if we poke a hole, then we do. And they're like, okay, well, what's this called? He said, well, we'll call it a bagel. That's the true story of the first bagel. Mike Richards is saying, wow, what coffee and beagles make for great... No! The cult of the beagle, no. So there we go. There we go. There is the story of the first Beagle. Oh my God, we got a ton of extra Dear Bops in the last 15 minutes. Okay, number 2, second Dear Bop. Dear Bop, this is Vance Major, and I make Star Trek fan films. I have over 70 of them made, and I'd like for you to be in one of my fan films. I make my stuff on low or to no budget. I'm very flexible, easy to work with, and as I said, I'd like to have you in one of my films. You can film from your home on your cell phone and Google Drive it out to me. It's super easy if you're interested. And thank you so much, Vance, and thank you for everyone on Sci-Fi Nation stream who told Vance about me and want to get me into one of his movies. Now, I think the people, I mean, yeah, they were saying that I have I can do the Defiant screen or Bird of Prey screen. Honestly, I don't think that would be very useful for Vance because although I can do the Bird of Prey 5 screen or the Defiant screen, I don't have the green screen set up where I can do, where it looks like I'm in the ship. It's just that I'm on the view screen. And frankly, I'm sure Vance could do that himself if he was so interested in doing so. But I will contact Vance and I will see what we can do. At the very least, maybe I can get some audio lines in a future film, or if he's interested in seeing me in a screen, I can do that too. But I will make contact with Vance. A big thank you to everybody who brought it up, and yeah, so we will save that one. In fact, I guess we'll save the bottom two. But yeah, thank you. Okay, dear Mamo Prey, I am thankful you are Berto Prey healthcare giver, and I am genuinely worried about him, especially when he falls asleep during his streams. You are the best mom, and you're the best mom, and the rest of us could ever have. And I cry when I think about the disability that has to suffer with probably the rest of his life. I wish that I could give you a big hug and convey to you what a special person you truly are to him and me. Number 1 Sci-Fi.
Oh, that is absolutely touching.
It's absolutely touching, says Mama Pray.
Thank you so much. And I'm concerned when you fall asleep, too.
She says thank you, and she is concerned when I fall asleep, too.
Yeah. But I do know that you've been up.
But she knows that I've been up extremely late hours. That my entire schedule has been upended by YouTube. So.
By not YouTube, by Picard.
Oh, by Picard, by Star Trek Picard. Yeah. So, yeah, the entire waking up at 3 a.m. to watch Star Trek Picard, it goes beyond just the one day. So, it affects me in through the weekend. In fact, even today it affected me. So, yes. So, there you go, number 1 Sci-Fi. Mama Pray thanks you, but don't worry. She is on it. She knows. She knows. Okay, keeping on. Dear Bop, you mentioned the restaurants are closing in Bayside, and the 2 Paros heard it. They are planning a different location. I suggested Tennessee because your good friend lives in Murfreesboro. Do you think I would be welcome there? We could open the restaurant just across the street from the Templo your amigo is visiting. The Clarigos would probably like it. Alexandro. Cligros, I don't know what that word is, because you can see I can't see the character. But yes, you should definitely open it in Murfreesboro. I think you would be absolutely welcome there. From everything Anti-Tricker has said, Murfreesboro is the most welcoming city in the country. And hell, if they welcomed Anti-Tracker, you know they will welcome you, Alexandro, and Greg and Bob. So that is absolutely the best place to open the restaurant. The closer you can get it to Anti-Tricker's house, probably the better. He would probably be your best customer. So that sounds like a fabulous idea. Fabulous, my friend. Do it. Perfect. You know, you didn't even need my advice. You had all the answers. Okay. Dear Bop, can you help me? I am planning a trip to Asia and not sure what is the correct spelling. Is it Iran or Iraq? Confused traveler. Well, here's the, there are two distinct places, just so you know. I mean, I know a lot of Americans, it's hard to tell. They all sound the same. But Iran is where you want to go if you want to be instantly killed. And Iraq is where you want to go if you want to be first taken hostage, beaten, probably raped, and then killed in like 3 or 4 years. So figure out which one you want to do. You want the instant death or the long, painful death. I'll be honest, either one's going to be painful. But the instant or long and drawn out, instant Iran, long and drawn out Iraq. Those are your options. I'm just saying, if you don't want to die, you could pick almost any other country except North Korea. Except North Korea or Kurdistan. And you'd have much better chance of living through your vacation. Dear Bob, as you requested, I got the medieval rack to torture that dink Aberjam UK. I will set up multiple cameras so you can enjoy every single sec angle. Love Sci-Fi Nation. Okay, this is fake news. This is a Kurdistani fake email trying to make me look bad. I did not order the rack. I have no reason to want Aberjam tortured, and I certainly don't watch the torture going on in the cells of Karoga. Nobody would ever have to set up cameras so I can watch every angle, because the cameras probably are already set up, if they existed, which they don't. So I'm sorry, but this is just fake news. Okay. Dear Bob, I'm a sexy Asian woman who happens to believe in the Prophet Muhammad, peace be on his name, and I live in Russia, but remember the days of the USSR. I have a problem. A batshit crazy French-Canadian psychopath keeps telling me that I am the best choice, and to meet him in Cuba to marry him. I understand you can get rid of a problem for me. How much do I need to send? Got a lot of rubles. Well, sexy Asian Muslim woman, formerly from the USSR. I think that marrying a guy in Cuba is the best choice. And especially if he's got a wrench for the Bird of Prey 5 channel. So if that is the option, you're probably not going to be able to do better than him. So I know you think he's a psychopath, and he very well might be. But that's not to say psychopaths are bad people. They're actually very interesting people. And the people who marry psychopaths lead very, very interesting lives. And you know what they say, that if your life, if your candle burns twice as bright, it'll only last half as long. But that's fine. I mean, you still get twice the brightness. So, you might find yourself in a ditch in a few months, but you will have lived so much in those few months that you will have more to talk about in the afterlife than people who lived 80, 90 years. So it all evens out. So I say just marry the guy, have fun in Cuba, and eventually you will get to Canada. And Sci-Fi Nation says, son of a bitch, I didn't write that. I know, Sci-Fi Nation. It's clearly fake Kurdistani propaganda. Life with Matthew says, gotta run, but don't forget to hit like and button and make sure you're still subscribed. Ring the bell and select all to be notified of all future Bird of Prey content in the future. Yes, Mama Prey.
Do you know the date on the bottom? 17th February 2002?
No, I did not know the date is wrong. Nobody's brought it to my attention yet. So Mama Prey is saying my date is set wrong on the bottom.
You got an
I got an extra 2 in the date. Okay, thank you, Mama Pray. Joseph says, Bird of Prey, just sleep and watch Picard in the morning. Anyway, you are never on time with your reviews. I know I'm never on time with my reviews, but I don't think I can wait, Aberjane. I don't think I can wait, Hector. I don't think I can wait. Or Joseph, I don't think I can wait. I'm sorry. I had already fast forwarded to the next comment. Yeah, I can't wait. I want to watch. Now I should watch and just go back to sleep, but I don't think that can happen. Dear Bob, is there a true story about the first she-male? Anonymous Tinkerbell XXX. No. The first she-male was just a dude who said, I want to be a lady. I think he wrote a song about it, and that's it. There's really no mystery behind it, and nobody really cares. Least of all me. Breaking news! Kurogan dictator confesses to keeping genius lyricist in his rotting jail cells and offered money. When offered money, liar, corrupt, or both, you decide. That is not that's not a request for advice, so that's not a valid Dear Bob. Number 1 sci-fi Bird of Prey. I thought it was weird the year was suddenly 2202. Sci-fi Nation, Mom will pray gets an extra 5 minutes of sleep tomorrow for catching that. Clapping hands. Josh reads, Bird of Prey, Mom will pray, you and Bird being in 2020-02 is why we can't find the Opry 5 family. It's possible. It's possible.
How old does that make me now?
Yeah, I can't. There's not enough numbers to start calculating our ages. Dear Bob, my owner keeps eating his beagles and names the new beagle after the last one. Is there any way I can get away from him? Signed, trying to leave Turtistan. Yeah, Auntie, you have looked different on the last several streams. I think he doesn't think we're supposed to notice. But as a beagle, you are technically Kurogan. You were created by Darwin himself of the HMS Beagle. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he coded into your genome it's kind of like a suicide pill, but it's not suicide. But next time your owner comes around, you bite down on your back tooth, it will break and it will let you spit acid on him. And then it doesn't kill you, but it F-beams you to the future. So if you want to go to the distant future, you can do that. But you have to spit your acid first on the person who causes you the most harm. So good luck with that. Also, if you just stay put, eventually Kurogan forces will be able to free you, but I have no idea how long that's going to take. Dear Sassy, can I buy a franchise license for Alpaca and Bird Beagle to open a restaurant in Turtistan? Signed, TP. Sassy? Sassy's not happy. Not happy. Josh reaches Bird of Prey. What is F-beaming? I explained what F-beaming was in the song. In the story about the first Beagle. F-beaming is future beaming. That's where you beam something into the distant future where Kuroga rules the universe. Number 1 sci-fi says Bird of Prey. Since we're in the year 2022, what happens now? There's still an election in several months. Doesn't change that thing. Dear Bob, I overheard 2 guys in the office talking about anal douching. Can you please explain what it is? Confused from Canada. I can't. That thing does not exist in Kuroga. So yeah, I don't know what it is. It's probably something dirty Turtlestandians do to feel a little bit cleaner. Dear Bop, it's obvious to me now that you are the cleverest person on YouTube. I would like to thank you for educating us about the ways of the world. Would you consider running for president? Absolutely. In 2024, I will run for president. You guys can start working. I need a war chest of about, $2 billion. Dear Bop, I keep hearing voices in my head talking BS. It happens always after when I join a conference call. Am I schizophrenic? No. But you should just stop joining the conference calls. I mean, dial in, yes, but then just put the phone down and walk away. Every so often, pick up the phone and say, or ask a question like, I'm sorry, could I ask a question? Could you repeat that last statement? And, then put the phone down for another 20 minutes. And then, eventually you pick up and you hear a dial tone, conversation's over. And you get marked as being present for the meeting, and all is good. So, just don't listen. Don't listen to the voices. But you do have to interact with them. Dear Bob, I thought the first two Beagles were Frank and Freddie. Well, you would be wrong. The first two Beagles were Prince and Princess. Dear Bob, you are a jerk. Are you going to let Mama Prey tell a story? If Mama Prey wants to tell a story, she's welcome to. Well, it's anonymous. I don't know who called me a jerk. Mama Prey says now she's not going to tell a story because somebody called me a jerk. She's not going to tell a story for the person who called me a jerk. So whoever said that is going to have to not listen to the next Mama Prey story.
Right. Cover your ears.
Yeah, you're going to have to cover your ears. Or apologize. Dear Bob, why do scientists tell us that the Earth is billions of years old when it's clearly only 2020 years old? We've all seen the date. Well, there were negative years, so even though we're currently at 2020, I've seen dates that go back like 5,000 BC, 6,000 BC. In fact, there was a coin recently found in a temple in Mexico, believed to be ancient Mayan, that was dated to negative 12,000 BC. So you have to understand that we've had at least 12,000 years before year one of history. It's proven. It's scientifically proven. I saw it on Ancient Astronauts, so it has to be true. The coin was clearly dated minus 12,000 BC, and it was actually a perfect recreation of President Clinton's face on the coin. So it's also a theory that Clinton is in fact, Bill Clinton is in fact a time-traveling alien who was the king of ancient Maya 12,000 years ago. So it's a very fascinating theory. You should watch, for more information on this, watch Ancient Aliens on the History Channel. Well, Hillary might have special powers we don't know about.
Obviously not.
Oh, Mama Prey. Dear Bob, if you need a good F-beaming, feel free to drop by Bureau of Krogan She-Males. There is no such thing as the Bureau of Krogan She-Males. Anyway, let's get back. Let's get back to the chat. Hello all, welcome, and hopefully you enjoyed the story of the first Beagle, or if at least you didn't hate it. Carlos is bird of prey. Can you repeat that last statement? Very, very good, Carlo. Yeah. You see? There we go. You see? Perfect. That's exactly what you want to do. Aberjam says, we'll find the jerk and kick him out, bird of prey. Number one sci-fi bird of prey, the coin is a fake. No, that's not. I have good authority that it's quite real. T-Berg says it's been about 12,000 since the last ice age and the last cataclysm. So you see, makes perfect sense that we'd find coins that says minus 12,000 BC. Actor says, oh no, Bird has been seeing the exozone again. I love the exozone. Negative years, Aberjam says, what kind of witchcraft is this? You gotta ask the mathematicians. Pac James says the bed life. And you know what, Pac James? That sounds like an excellent transition to I'm going to sing. Now, granted, there's no music behind this, but this is to the term of That's Life by Frank Sinatra. And it's called, huh? Yes, the tune of That's Life by Frank Sinatra. That's what I said. What'd I say? Mama Pray says I didn't say tune. Okay, well, this is to the tune of That's Life by Frank Sinatra. Now, in time, Aberjam, you see, Aberjam is not in a Krogan prison cell, but Aberjam did do a more professional recording of this with music that I hope to get out to you guys, but first I have to make sure it doesn't get copyright struck, and if it does, I've got to fight it, and I don't know how long that may or may not take. So, this is my rendition. Unfortunately, it would be better if there was music in the background. Yeah, Pac James activated Bird singing. So Josh Street says, no, cut the mic. Pac James's thoughts on Picard. I like it, Pac James. I mean, I've done 4 reviews on Picard. I've got another video hopefully coming out tomorrow. Talks about Picard, what I think could be better. But I think Picard is a good show. I just don't think it's a good Star Trek show. But it's still a show I look forward to each week. Okay, that's the quick answer. I've done pretty thorough reviews of the first 4 episodes if you're interested. Okay, so for those who know That's Life, it goes, that's life. That's what all the people say. Bed Life. It's a stream by Bert O'Prey. A bunch of subs in April. Lost them in May. But those numbers, they're gonna zoom when I'm on Nerdrotic's channel in June. I said Bed Life. As stupid as it may seem, some people get their fix downvoting the stream. But I won't let it make me frown, 'cause this crazy old bird keeps speaking sound. I've been a bully, a brawler, a bearer, a bum, and a boss with a ring. I've been east and west and north and south, and I used to see things. But now I find myself stuck in my bed, so I just hit the remote up and raise up my head. Bed Life. I tell ya, I won't deny it. I've thought of leaving YouTube, but Kurogans say don't even try it. Someone's got to counter those anti-Trekker lies and those Turdistanny turds and their fake orphan cries. I've been a bully, a brawler, a bearer, a bum, and a boss with a ring. I've been east and west and north and south, and I used to see some things. But now I find myself stuck in my bed, so I just hit the remote and raise up my head. Bed Life. Bed Life. I've thought of leaving YouTube, but Kurogans say don't even try it. But if there's no play button come by next July, there's gonna be an awful lot of itchy soot in my eye. Sigh, sigh. No, you can't say computer and program. Bird's range is limited from D to F. No, Bird cannot reach those notes. Alexa, convert music to singing. Edgar says, pause, holodeck, fatal error. Wow, come on. Oh, we lost quite a few people with that rendition. Oh well, it happens. Mamo Pray likes it. See, Mamo Pray likes it. Why? This is the same problem I had in elementary school. Mama Pray likes everything I do. Why does nobody else? Okay. Okay. So, John Araki, you still here? Okay. No, he's gone. I bet. John, he YouTube shows him in the chat. Okay, so John Araki, and let's see, it's Wesley here. Wesley is not. So John Araki put in for several songs, and I'm kind of forced. I do like singing. Thomas says because Mama Prays in the room, she's afraid to tell the truth. Aberjam says you sing like a nightingale, bird of prey, when it's in the cat's mouth. Well, it's only going to get better from here, Aberjam. So, Hector says don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate that bell. Yeah, we don't do singing all the time, so in fact, it's quite rare these days. But so the next song that was requested, and again, this was from Aberjam, and again, unfortunately, we can't play the music behind it. So it's Can't Get Enough of Your Love by Barry White. Oh yeah, this is some real heavy duty Valentine's Day music. Josh Street says Bird of Prey, Sassy sings better than Bird. I wouldn't disagree. I've heard people say too much of anything is not good for you, baby. Oh no. But I don't know about that. There's many times that we've loved, we've shared love and made love. It doesn't seem to me like it's enough. There's just not enough of it. There's just not enough of it. Oh, babe. My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe, girl. I don't know. I don't know why. Can't get enough of your love, babe. Oh, some things I can get used to, no matter how I try. Just like the more you give, the more I want. And baby, that's no lie. Oh no, babe. Tell me, what can I say? What am I going to do? How should I feel when everything is you? What kind of love is this that you're giving me? Is it your kiss? Or just because you're sweet? Girl, I know everything is time. You're here. I feel in the charge. Something moves. I scream your name. Don't you know what you got to do? Darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe. Girl, I don't know what to do. I don't know why I can't get enough of your love, babe. Oh no, babe. Girl, if I could only make you see, make you understand. Girl, your love for me is all I need, and more than I can stand. Oh well, babe. How can I explain all the things I feel? You've given me so much. Girl, you're so unreal. Still, I keep loving you. More and more each time, girl. What am I going to do because you're blowing my mind? I can feel the same everything. Every time you're here, I feel the change. Something moves. I scream your name. Do what I got to do. Darling, I just can't get enough of your love. Babe. Oh no, babe. Baby, let me take you all my life to find you. But you can believe it's gonna take the rest of my life to keep you. Oh no, babe. My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. Can't get enough of your love, babe. Oh, darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe. Oh, babe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I can't get enough of your love, babe. Oh, babe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to sub and like. I do not own this song at all. Wait. Oh, shit. I don't think I was supposed to read this last one. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I guess I'm not so good at Barry White. I guess I'm not so good at Barry White. So my apologies to John Araki, but hey, there's only one way to find out if I'm good at a song, and apparently I'm not. Joseph Patrick, I like slasher movies, but I do not recreate them, Bird of Prey. Actress says, serpents are coming into my house. Arg. Actress says, I'm still hearing it. I wish I was deaf. Pack James says, you blew my eardrums. I'm sorry. Captain Track says, Aberjam, only if you want to chase her away. If you have one, Bird of Prey's many she-males. Aberjam says, Bird of Prey, that was much better than drinking boiling oil. Mike Richards says, the Shatner school of singing. Joseph says, there's white smoke coming out of all four antennas on my router. There is either a new pope elected or the hardware is committing suicide. Aberjam says, Joe, a very special Klingon. Actor says, you won my thumbs down. Oh, I'm sorry. But next up, for Valentine's Day, late Valentine's Day, is Love Hurts by Nazareth. This is the opening. Love hurts. Love scars. Love wounds and marks. My heart, not Touth. What the fuck is Touth? Or strong enough to take a lot of pain. Take a lot of pain. Love is like a cloud. Holds a lot of rain. Love hurts. Hurts my ears. Oh, love hurts. I'm sorry. I'm young. I know, but even so, I know a thing or two I learned from you. Oh. I'm way off on the timing. From you, I really learned a lot. Love is like a flame. It burns when it's hot. Love hurts. Oh, love hurts. Some fools think of happiness, busyfulness, togetherness. Some fools think themselves, I guess. They're not fooling me. Why? Why would somebody choose this song? I know it isn't true. Love is just a lie. Made to make you blue. Love hurts. Oh, oh, love hurts. Oh, oh, love hurts. Guitar solo. I know you can't hear it, but just pretend. Pretend this is an awesome guitar solo. I know it isn't true. I know it isn't true. Love is just a lie, made to make you blue. Love hurts. It hurts. Oh, oh, love hurts. Oh, oh, love hurts. Ooh, ooh. Think it's over. It's over. I am deeply sorry, and a great apologies for that. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Somehow we actually got a few extra people. Orville Nation with a $5 super chat. Thought you were going to be in this Bird of Prey movie with all the chicks, but once I saw it, I was glad to see you weren't involved with its production. Orville Nation, thank you, but I do want to remind people the movie's name has been changed to Harley Quinn. So I see that this has been a big problem. People have confusing the Birds of Prey movie with me, and it's just not true. It's a terrible movie from what I hear. I had nothing to do with it. My lawyers did get on with them, and we did reach a settlement, and they did change the name of the movie to Harley Quinn. It was an unprecedented move, changing the name of the movie during its opening weekend. It's never been done before, but my lawyers got it done. So I just need to ask that people stop calling it the Bird of Prey movie. It is in fact the Harley Quinn movie now. That's part of the settlement. But thank you so much, Orville Nation. And we're going to say in 45 minutes, I'm told Orville Nation is going live. So guys, be on the lookout for that. Sci-Fi Nation, I believe, is going to be there. Aberjam says, best stream ever. You made my week. Well, Aberjam, it's not over yet, man. This is not over. There was one more song. Zabe says, for Valentine's Day, some requested Bird of Prey to moan Love Hurts repeatedly. Now, there was one more song request. It was also by John Araki, and he said for Mamo Prey to pick a song. So thank you very much, John Araki. And Mom thanks him too. And Aberjam says Burgess solved the immigration crisis. But Mamo Prey, don't worry. This is a short one. Hector says the stream will be going, not me. Captain says, I'll be watching Orville Nation if I survive. Josh says, Bird of Prey, you're in the Bird of Prey movie. Harley Quinn turns into Bird of Prey 5 at the end of the movie. I can't believe that, Josh Street, but I also possibly can't not believe it. This is a very short Sinatra song. It's called Something Stupid. It was originally sung as a duet with him and Nancy Sinatra, so it'll just be me singing. This is a song that Mamo Prey enjoys. Now, I doubt she enjoys me singing it, but well, you'd enjoy it when I sing along to the real one, more than likely. But okay, so Frank Sinatra and Nancy Sinatra in Something Stupid. And then, if Wesley isn't here, then I guess we're done with the songs for today. Although if Wesley shows up, there's one more song. So, do. So this is Something Stupid. Do. I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. And if we go someplace to dance, I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me. And afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like, I love you. I can see it in your eyes that you despise the same old lies you heard the night before. And though it's just a line to you, for me it's true and never seemed so right before. I practice every day to find some clever lines to say to make the meaning come through. But then I think I'll wait until the evening gets late and I'm alone with you. The time is right, your perfume fills my head, the stars get red, and oh, the night's so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like, I love you. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. The time is right, your perfume fills my head, the stars get red, and oh, the night's so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like, I love you. 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 I love you, YouTube. Okay. Thank you, Mama Pray. We got some clapping there from Mama Pray. So there we go. Let's get back to the chats and everything. So I do appreciate those guys sticking in. I know the singing isn't the strongest part of the stream, but I owed it to some people. Cinnabon says, Bird of Prey singing made Frank rise from the dead just to shoot himself in the head. Joseph says, I love you too. Hungry says, much better, OBCS. Number one sci-fi says, Bird of Prey 22. Following is the music from the next episode, Home Movies, 152.23. Girardi and Maddox, 155.24. Leaving with Maddox, 347. Seven Needs Revenge, 302.26. What's Your Emergency? I guess that is the music from the next coming Picard show. So the next Picard episode is saying Home Movies, Girardi and Maddox, so maybe they find Maddox. Leaving with Maddox, so I guess they do find Maddox. And Seven Needs Revenge, so I bet that's where we see her shooting things. And the last one is What's Your Emergency, which I guess means that there's another hologram we have to find. Darth Sweeney says, better singing than mine. I sound like I'm a burning cat or screaming in a sewer pipe. Well, that's pretty much what I imagined I sounded like for the first two songs. Jaws reads his Bird of Prey found the only song Frank and Freddie song to each other. That is not a Frank and Freddie song. Okay, good. We're caught up on the chat. Aberjam says, Darth Sweeney, that would be a wonderful relief. Now, I did notice while I was singing that we had one additional Dear Bob. So let me get to that. Hopefully it's nothing gigantic. Dear Bob, your reservation for a twin bed and a padded room is ready. We'll be at your home to pick you up in the morning. Signed, the head of Kurogan Mental Health Hotel, Sci-Fi Nation. Sci-Fi Nation has nothing to do with mental health in Kuroga. So I have to assume this is another fake. I don't think that's Sci-Fi Nation. Plus, Sci-Fi Nation is probably going to be getting ready to do his stream at 7 o'clock. Which, hey, maybe we won't be streaming by 7. So, we talked about the Beagles. We did the songs. We talked a little bit about Picard. I am working on a video, so you guys know. This next video is going to be called the Picard Rumor Retrospective, where I found a really cool rumor that Peter Quinn had sent me that was posted to the internet in July 23rd of 2019, which was like a week after San Diego Comic-Con, or maybe even just a few days after San Diego Comic-Con. It was after San Diego Comic-Con. So the only thing we knew was the trailer at the time. Anyway, this person on Reddit posted a few pages about what he thought the show was going to be about. He called it a combination of spoilers, rumors, and theory. And it's really quite interesting. And to be honest, what he lays out, frankly, I think is a better show than what we're getting. And I already like Picard. I already rated 8.5, I think a 7.5 or something, and an 8. So I like the series. I like the episode. It's just that I don't think they're the best Star Trek episodes. But what this guy laid out, I think would be more, we'd probably get as good of a show, and it could be more Trek-like. So I'm going to go through this whole rumor that he wrote out, and I'm going to, inject my opinions into it, and we'll discuss it at the end. So that's going to be interesting. I haven't done a video like this in a long time. I don't think I've ever done a rumor video, except the fact that the Orville was canceled, but that wasn't a rumor, that was truth, and I was vindicated. So yeah, this will be an interesting video. I thought I'd have it out tonight, but it looks like it'll probably be tomorrow at this point. So yeah, does anybody have any questions? Joseph says, some rant, oh pray. You want me to rant about something? I don't know. I mean, let's see. We could. Actresses beware. Please, no popular songs to be suggested to Bird. They can be someone's favorite song. Uncle Remus says, be kind, don't rewind. Uncle Remus says, next episode, Picard gets belittled by a woman. I suspect it's just a guess, an educated guess, Uncle Remus. Actor says, Bird of Prey, motion to delist the stream on grounds of sound aggression. Well, Actor, I will be delist. I'll delist all my streams these days, but they are always available if you go to Bird of Prey 5 channel and click the live and unlisted playlist, or in this case, the Bed Life playlist. It will be there, but this will not be given out as a suggestion by YouTube for anyone, so nobody will accidentally come across it, hopefully. Piano Dean, Qapla Piano Dean says, I want you to sing a Night Ranger song, my favorite band. Well, the song portion of today is probably ended, and I've never heard of a Night Ranger song. And if you really want me to do that, you're probably going to hate that. You're not going to want me to sing a good song. Aberjam says, Bird of Prey, do you have legs or do you stop at the fun part? No, I have legs. They just don't work very well. Okay, let's rant. Have you seen Sonic? No, I have not seen Sonic, Uncle Remus. I will see Sonic when I can, but I did not feel like Sonic was a movie worthy of calling in my friends in the Academy to bring a copy available for awards consideration to watch to my house. But when it is available, I will watch it. Aberjam says, have you ever met up with Anti-Trekker? No, I have not. John Araki says, excellent stream. I'm happy you're happy, John Araki, because I felt so bad when I saw those donations that I had completely missed. And John Araki, or anybody, please, if you ever give a PayPal donation during a stream, please put in, at BirdoPray5 and let me know that you made a donation, and I will go check on it, because I almost never get any type of notification from Outlook anymore that any emails have come in while I'm streaming. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. I never met up with Anti-Trekker. Have you ever been to a Turkish prison? No, not that I can recall. Not that I can recall. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we can find something to rant about. No, we don't want to see messages. Let's see. What's going on the Twitterverse? James Woods, blah, blah, blah. He's pissed at Obama. Axe in our comics. That's where Sci-Fi Nation's going to be. Well, we'll give that a like. Sorry. Benny. The hell is this? This is the official White House event paid for by taxpayer dollars. Real Donald Trump attended Daytona 500 in the Beast. The limo ran at a pace lap around the track. Oh, that's awesome. The limo ran a pace lap around the Daytona 500. That's awesome. That's cool. Lore Reloaded. Oh no, I'm sorry. Why does it say Lore Master? Oh, it is Lore Reloaded. That's his Twitter name is Lore Master. So Raid offered me a sponsorship. Why shouldn't I accept? Why are they the devil again? Raid? The company that sells bug spray? I mean, Raid? I don't know. I have no idea. Raid must mean something else. I can't imagine the company that does bug spray is offering Lore Reloaded a sponsorship. Bowles Track says Karma's a B word. Best of luck, BBC. BBC license fee to be axed. Wow, says Boris. Lisa Simpson 2020. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Star Trek, CBS All Access. #1 director, who wouldn't love to be directed by Jonathan Frakes? Well, I mean, honestly, Jonathan Frakes is probably not a terrible director. So why did he have Picard wearing that civilian clothing? No, I don't know. No, that's not going to get me upset. That is not going to get me upset. They love this episode. That's fine. Romulan Riker? No, that guy's way too young to be Riker. Is this... That almost looks like he could be... No, he can't possibly still be alive. I was going to say, that looks like Cybok. That almost looks like Cybok. But Cybok can't be alive, could he? I mean, I guess he could. Spock would still be alive. Imagine if Cybok is in this. Imagine if Cybok is in Star Trek Picard. Sheberg says fake news. The limo is practicing for the getaway. #1 Sci-Fi puts in a YouTube link. Darth Sweeney says the term RAID means hard drive storage to me. Who are RAID? Yeah, well, it didn't seem like hard drive storage was what he meant. Megatron. What is Megatron? What's going on with Megatron? Old school Megatron. Let's see. The heart response is a like. I feel we've changed the heart, reducing it to a mere like. My feelings for this episode is far greater than a simple like heart. I wouldn't have waited an eternity for this. Jerry Ryan. What does this have to do with Megatron? Why would there be a sign that says no Romulans if it was meant to be Romulans living there? Or it says Romulans only. It doesn't say no Romulans. It says Romulans only. My question is, why does it say it in English? And are there any non-Romulans living on the planet? Because it didn't seem like there were. And if there were non-Romulans living on the planet, it seems like they'd be dead. So that doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense. I mean, why? It's like putting Romulans only on a basically Romulus. Like, there's only Romulans there. Okay, people saying the episode was meh. Okay, well, let's see. What do we got? Let's get something. Together again. I don't know what the hell that means. And Twitter decides to stop. That's fine. You know what? The only way to win at Twitter is really not to play. So what else can we do? Oh, fucking Michael Shabbat. I can't believe I kept this article open. Police. Oh, this was a good one. Police become inundated with Lord of the Ring jokes after a plea to find owner of a stolen ring. And even though I've never seen Lord of the Rings, I know that if I was the police and I put this up on Twitter and said, does anybody know who owns this ring? Please call, your local police office if you do, that this is a bad idea. So police shared several images of the ring in hopes someone would recognize it. The police had no idea that this had anything to do with a movie. Facebook users quickly chimed in with hundreds of witty references to the best-selling novel's later hit movie trilogy starring Elijah Wood, which makes the young hobbit Frodo Baggins in a quest to destroy the ring in the fires of Mount Doom. And it says, the ring was made in the fires of Mount Doom. It's only there can be unmade, one person wrote. Please, nobody tell the North Yorkshire police they now have the power of invincibility, another Facebook user quipped. There are 3 whole movies about why you shouldn't give this ring back to its rightful owner, one comment wrote. Always remember the ring is trying to get back to its master. It wants to be found, another person joked. Taking the jabs in good spirit, a police officer later followed up with another post. Thanks for all the comments. We obviously need to brush up on our movie knowledge. However, it is someone's property, and we would like to return it to whoever has had it stolen from them. And then they updated on February 3rd that the ring has been reunited with its rightful owner, identified as Mike Taylor from York. So yeah, that was pretty funny article that I didn't see anybody else mention. Mike Richards says, a psychotic preacher in Ohio wants to sue the NFL because the Super Bowl halftime show was too sexy. I can't say I saw it. Alexander says Boris Johnson is the best prime minister ever. Abraham Poundine, I don't know why Cybok didn't just carry a pack of Alka-Seltzer. Ask Anti-Trekker the Hobbit who the ring belongs to. Then there was this story about a Virginia school which told students to quit flying the offensive U.S. flag from their vehicles. So the next day they did a caravan of, pickup trucks flying the U.S. flag to school. Of course, they claim to have a video, but there's actually no video here. So there really wasn't much for this article. That's actually the song that Wesley wants whenever Wesley gets here. And so let's see. We'll give one more chance that maybe I'll find something that will cause me to rant. We'll check Google News. Did U.S. break Diamond Princess coronavirus quarantine? Something went awry. I saw that there were planes flying in with Americans who were on the Diamond Princess, the ship that was quarantined because of coronavirus. Like, why are we getting these people back here so soon? They should have been in quarantine for a lot longer. U.S. officials learned the test results. Let's see. Oh, let's read this. Top health official at the National Institute of Health. We got to close this video. At the National Institute of Health acknowledged the quarantine aboard the coronavirus-infected Diamond Princess cruise ship failed while discussing the decision to evacuate hundreds of American passengers, 14 of whom tested positive for the virus. Dr. Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases at the National Institute of Health, said the original idea to keep people safely quarantined on the ship was unreasonable. But even with the quarantine process of the ship, the virus transmission still occurred. Japanese Health Ministry said Monday that the number of cases confirmed aboard the Diamond Princess had reached 454. As it turned out, that was very ineffective to prevent the spread on the ship. Every hour, another 4 or 5 people were being infected. The quarantine on the ship was scheduled to end February 19th, and those who came back to the USA a couple of days ahead of the end of quarantine probably will have to restart the clock for their new 14-day quarantine. The problem is that the quarantine time could be up to 30 days. The time of transmission could be up to 30 days. 14 days is not enough of a quarantine. The Princess cruise ship was carrying 2,666 guests and 1,045 crew when it set sail and was quarantined after 10 cases of the coronavirus were reported February 4th. About 380 Americans were on the cruise ship. The quarantine process failed. No! The quarantine process isn't designed to protect people on the ship. It's designed to protect the people off the ship by getting infected by people on the ship. Now, it's unfortunate that people on the ship were still getting infected, but that doesn't mean the quarantine failed. It fails when you take the infected people off the ship. Something went awry in the process of quarantining the ship. No, it didn't go awry. The ship is not supposed to be able to stop disease spread amongst people already on the ship. See, they think they could have stopped the people from getting sick if they just kept them in their cabins, but that's not going to work because the way water works on ships. For one thing, they use gray water for things. There's not perfectly clean water. You're not supposed to drink the tap water, the water that you use in bathrooms, and God knows what's coming out of that toilet water or whatever. And things like that. Food has to be brought to people. Even if you're eating in your room, the food has to be brought there by people. It's not a way that you're going to stop the disease from spreading inside the ship. It's only a way to stop it from spreading outside the ship. Passengers were instructed to stay in their suites or cabins during the quarantine. Those in interior cabins with no windows or outdoor access were able to go up on deck for an hour and a half, but had to stay at least 3 feet from fellow passengers. Oh, because 3 feet, that's the magic distance.
It's 6 feet they should have stayed.
And Mama Pray saying it's at least 6 feet they should have stayed. California told USA Today a few days into the quarantine, meals were dropped off at the door by the ship's crew. Maybe they should have got a robot. The crew also distributed masks and thermometers, and passengers were asked to take their temperatures and report readings of above 99.5 degrees. Well, right, of course it's going to happen. A passenger is going to honestly report their reading if it's 99.6. Smith said common coronavirus symptoms include fever, cough, and shortness of breath. This is a shit show. I'm very sad for the people who got sick aboard that ship, but I don't know bringing them back to the United States was the best idea. Pelosi warns Democrats must be unified to ensure Trump isn't reelected. Where 2020 Democrats stand on taxes. Mike Bloomberg blasts Bernie Bros, a new campaign ad. So much for standing unified. Mississippi's Pearl River reaches historic flood levels. I had no idea that there was historic flooding in Mississippi. Nobody tells me this type of stuff. 10 hilarious Star Trek fan art photos that would even make the Borg laugh. Well, that we gotta do. Screen rant. 10 hilarious fan art photos that would even make the Borg laugh. Well, I don't see anything funny about this one. 10. Time to boldly go. Captain's log. To save the crew from a spirit that feeds off fear, I had Dr. McCoy drug everyone but Spock and myself to relax them. They are very high. Sir, communications are down. What's going on there? For the last time, Lieutenant, McCoy isn't a frequency. I don't think I can take much more, Spock. Indeed, Captain. Indeed, Captain, I totally feel you. Oh God, you're drugged too. Mr. Chekhov, get down. I conquered this land for the Mother Russia. He took everything, Captain. And now Spock is saying, shall we play space chess? I will be the board. And Spock has all the pieces, the chessboard pieces, on him. That was okay. It made me laugh. Number 9. Amok time. I shall order Mr. Scott to take an immediate command of, don't you think you better check with me first? And he goes, Jim! And then he raises Jim up like a toy, and he hugs him. And Jim, and he's like, I am pleased to see you, Captain. You seem uninjured. And Kirk is laughing like a little girl. And I don't know who the hell Pigface is supposed to be. How logical. Oink, oink. No, that's stupid. Number 9 is a fail. 8, the ultimate crossover. Let's bigify this. I didn't believe it. They took Chekhov. We're gonna go save him, says random woman. Oh, it's Han Solo. They must be holding him in this room. And seize them. All right, give him back. And hurry up, get on the ship. Here we go. They still following us. What do they want? I don't think that guy who breathes funny wants his light zappy sword thing back, do you? And Hans yells, Chekhov. Okay, that's also a total fail. What the hell's with these? The best one was number 10. Best friends. I can't even read that font. Should I nerve pinch him now or later? Jim, you just asking for it, aren't you? Oh, I'm so smart with my pointy ears and stupid haircut. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. I have absolutely zero idea. 6, typical problems. Mr. Spock, you haven't touched your plate. Are you feeling fine? Do you want me to call the nurse? Asks, I guess, Uhura. And Spock says, thank you very much for your concern, Lieutenant, but I'm not interested in eating. And Kirk says, come on, Spock, don't make it even harder for me. At least your food is actual food. Sigh, and I always thought my clothes were getting tighter because of the laundering. A fat joke. And he's not even really that fat at this point. Screen rant. What did I think was going to happen? Number 5, do your thing. Captain, don't do the thing. Spock. Jim, don't do the thing. Bones. Pike, Kurt, don't you dare do the thing. And then I guess that's Kirk. I'm gonna do the thing. I hope these people don't work for Lower Decks. Being nice doesn't work. Hey, Bones! I picked this flower for you. I guess it's pretty. I guess it's kind of pretty and stuff. Why are they wearing those uniforms? And Bones gives a hypo spray. Kirk or somebody yells, ow. What did you do that for? And he's like, it's an antihistamine. You're allergic to daisy pollen, remember? Makes you sneezy and phlegmy and no fun to kiss. Way to kill the mood, Doctor. You'll thank me later. Fuck. What the actual fuck? Yeah, I think so too, Aberjam. Hotter than tea, number 3. Much like my tea, Earl Grey, you're hot. Well, isn't that just frickin'? That would be a bit creepy. Send that to a girl. Much like my tea, Earl Grey, you're hot. Don't think that would be very effective. I'm not saying that I have better pickup lines, but I can definitively say I don't think that would be effective. Confused Spock. There's just Spock looking confused at carrots. And I don't know if this is McCoy? And he's thinking, oh, rabbit ears look like Spock's ears. So Spock is a bunny rabbit. So McCoy is thinking Spock will like carrots because they both have big ears. That seems like something Cinnabon might like, but I don't think I can laugh too much or at all even. Okay, Khan everywhere. This is supposed to be the best. This is the funniest of them all. 1 out of 10. 1 of 10. Khan everywhere. What the fuck? Spock is yelling Khan. There's a dragon. What is this? Was this money? Who the hell are you walking around? So this is JJ Spock. I have no idea what the F this is supposed to be. I have 0 F's as why this would be funny. Less F's as to why this is called Khan everywhere. Does anyone want to explain that one? Josh reads his Bird of Prey JJ track. That's why it's not funny. Zabe says, Bird of Prey, send that to a girl when you're having sex. She can imagine you're Jean-Luc Picard. Josh reads his Bird of Prey. The rabbit one must have been done by Cinnabon. Yes. Zabe says it looks like Anti-Trekker on the right. Josh reads says that's from the Hobbit movies, Bird of Prey. Oh. Actress is because Cumberbatch did the voice for the dragon in the Hobbit. Okay. Still not funny. Thomas's Bird of Prey dragon is from the Hobbit. Gotcha. Well, I wouldn't have known, but it still doesn't make it any funny. Zabe says, Bird of Prey, I follow Japanese news. It sounds like they are very screwed, really screwed. The local governor is in charge. No quarantine inside the ship. It took 2 weeks before they even tested people. Zabe says, Bird of Prey, other countries are also chartering people out, and the governor said they'll just let everyone off the ship soon, so what's the point? Josh reads his Bird of Prey, the moment that one person who had the virus gets on board, everyone ended up with it. Yeah. Carlos' Bird of Prey, aren't there air vents going around the ship? Yeah. Air vents would spread the virus too. You can't contain a virus on a ship. You're basically writing off the entire ship. But they don't want to write those people off because that wouldn't be nice. Josh says the voice of Smog was the guy that played Khan. Okay. And Thomas says none of them was funny. Well, Thomas, I will grant you 9 of them weren't funny. But I did actually laugh at this first one. I don't know why, but I did. I guess I know why. Because Spock saying, can we play space chess? And he is the board, and it's got him doing this stupid look, and he's got the chess pieces balanced on his arms and his legs. And Kirk is like, oh my god, and McCoy is Horace says, sir, communications are down, and for the last time, Lieutenant McCoy isn't a frequency. He's down. Mr. Chekhov, get down. I conquered this land for Mother Russia. And I guess that's Sulu saying, he took everything, Captain. He's naked. That's funny. That one's funny. Yosef is confirming none were funny. Oh well, such is life. They can't all be fun and humorous. And with that, guys, I think we're going to call it a night. Josh reads his Bird of Prey. Why is it funny to do your she-males play? I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Chekhov, you have the con, says Aberjam. That's funnier than anything. That's funnier than 9 of the 10 we saw right there. With that, guys, we're going to call it a night. Qapla all. Remember, it's 7 o'clock. So just a few minutes. Check out Sci-Fi Nation on Axanar Comics, I believe. He's going to be doing some type of interview or something. Was it Orville? I think it was Axanar Comics. At first they said it was Orville Nation, but I think it's actually Axanar Comics. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Josh Reed says Anti-Trigger Bird. Aberjam says McClunky. We heart you. Thank you, Aberjam. Zabe says death to Kuroga. Whatever. Kuroga's the only one saving us from the love death of the universe, but remember that. Yosef says fantastic stream. Thanks, Qapla, Yosef. Qapla. Good night, all. And yeah, be on the lookout for my video later tonight or probably tomorrow. Qapla. For watching my video, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdoPrey5.com, the new home of everything Birdo Prey 5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdoPrey5 or on BirdoPrey5.com. Take care.